tuning into Sin's Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we're going to be reviewing Verity Guild by Maya Corland. This is the same author who did Five Broken Blades trilogy, and I really did like that trilogy. I think with that trilogy, she just got better and better as the stories went on. 3 was jaw-dropping. Didn't see that coming. Not from a mile away. But that's a whole nother thing entirely. So this is a new book from Corland, Verity Guild, and it has a more mature kind of tone to it versus Five Broken Blades was a little bit more new adult in the writing style, which a lot of people I heard didn't really like. I personally liked it. I thought it made it a little bit more accessible, but that was like the biggest critique that I heard, right? This one has a more mature writing style, but it's still Maya Corland. You can still tell it's her. Like, the writing style itself hasn't changed. It's just like the tone of the story that has gotten a little bit more mature. We're dealing with a Roman-inspired kind of fantasy, and it follows Kara and Tor, so it's a dual POV novel. First of all, I love the setting and I love the atmosphere of the novel. I love that Roman feel. I feel like, I mean, what is the deal with writers just be like, we're going to write something Roman inspired? Not that I'm mad at it, but it seems to be like a trend. Again, not mad about it. Kind of like it. Digging it. I guess it's just a fascinating time period. But regardless, it was a really good setting for the story she wanted to tell. You know, you have Tora, he's a Praetorian, and then you have Kara, and she is part of the Verity Guild. So she absolves people in a way. There is magic, there is fantasy, but people come to her with their truths and she like absolves them. You know, like 12 Hail Marys, you know, that kind of thing. She seeks out the truth. It is her job to seek out the truth along with the Praetorian. So she's part of the conclave, and she's very young to be in the position she's in, so she feels very intimidated. But not only that, she has a secret. She's part of a race of people that dealt with death magic, and her people were supposed to have been eradicated. So as far as she knows, she is the last of her kind, and that is a secret she is trying to take to the grave. Like, no one can know. No one can know, otherwise she will be, you know, murdered. So she's constantly afraid of Tor. She's like, oh god, this dick. They kind of hate each other. She's like, oh man, this dick. She does not want him to find out the truth. Now, people start dying. And it's pointing to her. Someone's trying to frame her, so of course he has to get close. I love that rising tension with their dynamic, because he totally thinks it's her, because he kind of hates her. And she just thinks he's obnoxious, so they totally hate each other. The tension between them is palpable. It's there. And I like that rising tension between these two characters. I think it is really well done. I think the characterization is, pardon me, really well done. And I personally did enjoy it. It also reminded me of And Then There Were None, because while people are dying, you know, they're in the conclave, they're trying to dispute matters between, you know, the different regions and come to terms with everything, people start dying. And I forgot. Train of thought. Oh, you know, they're trapped, right? And I'm thinking, okay, so one of them here. So it was very much, you know, and then there were none vibes for me. And I really, really enjoyed that. I really liked the story. I liked the rising tension. I liked the atmosphere. And I liked the steaminess between Kara and Tor. I thought it was really well done. And I think that their characterizations, they don't seem like overly complex characters to me, but they are likable characters. I like the tone. I like the narrative. I like the setting of the story. The ending is a cliffhanger. Like, what the fuck was that? So they go from enemies to allies to lovers as well. Like, like I said, the tension between these two characters is palpable. I liked the rising tension. I like Corlin's storytelling, and I like her style of writing because it's very easy, it's very accessible. It's not a whole lot of flourishes and flowery. It is a story, you know, and I feel like it's very character driven. Her storytelling is very character driven. So when you have a writer who focuses really on driving those characters, you have to make sure that those characters shine. And I think Corlin does a really good job with Kara and Tora, making them shine in their own right. I personally really enjoyed the book more than I thought I would. I was a little iffy about it. I'm always hesitant when my Red Tower books because they're really hit or miss for me when it comes to Red Tower. They're very much romantasy inspired, and I am not always a romantasy person. So I went into this with a little bit of hesitancy because it wasn't arc sent to me by Red Tower, and I'm just like, you know what? I like it. I think Corlin is one of my new favorite authors. I think she is really well versed in doing a story and also making sure that those characterizations and those character dynamics really do shine. So I'm excited for book 2. I don't know when that's going to happen. Now I have to buy book 1 because Red Tower does not do arcs for their sequel. So fuck me. In any case, thank you all for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.